got a really nice message yesterday from somebody who said they'd been speaking to Senko at a school where we've recently placed 2 candidates. They said that the feedback's been really, really positive and that both candidates we've placed are really supportive and the students are making visible progress already. Now, I always love getting good feedback. It's always a nice feeling when you get that because it kind of validates that what you're doing is right and that we're doing a good job, we're offering a good service. But this one, I feel particularly happy about. One, because it was a new school for us. It takes a lot of trust and a lot of faith for a school to take on somebody from a new agency, maybe somebody they've never had that relationship before, but also because at the back end of last term, I went out to see the school. The idea really was just to find out a little bit more, just to see if we're an agency that could help support them in some way if ever a need would arise. Now, as we got talking, it turned out that 2 of their pupils actually did need some additional support. And in fairness to the school, they took the time to answer all my questions. I had quite a few of them, but we also had a good conversation about the students, what they like, what doesn't seem to work, what does work, and what they've tried in the past, what's been particularly successful, what kind of person would typically get on well at the school. All of these kind of questions to give me a real clear understanding of what the role and what the responsibilities are and the support that these students would need. From the conversation, I had a really good idea on the candidates we'd want to place and we managed to get them into the role, which is really, really good. And it's so nice to hear that they're getting on well. I often think that when things don't work out in placement, it's not so much down to the candidate not being good enough. It usually comes down to that brief from the recruiter. So for us, we have to be really, really clear in our mind on what the role is, what the responsibilities are, and what the expectations are. And if we can get that bit right and we can pass it on to the candidate, as long as we're getting that information and communicating that information correctly to the candidate, they can hit the ground running and everybody benefits from that. The candidate, they have confidence in the role, they know who to report to, they know that they're in a role that's going to be right for them. The school are getting excellent value for money and they know they're having somebody who can make an impact. And then the student benefits because they get somebody who knows what the role is, they know what the responsibilities are, so they're going to stick around long enough to make that meaningful impact. They can develop trust, they can build that relationship, build that connection, and that's often the foundation of progress.